Hey, what's up? It's Alex. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Mark Wahlberg stars in the next installment to the Transformers franchise. Oh, he beat up a Vietnamese man? Oh shit. Well, I guess he's been fired, I'm being told right now. Shia LaBeouf returns in... Oh, wait, he beat a woman too or something? Oh no. In a world where everyone's getting cancelled, who will rise up to be the main character of this movie? We originally wanted Kevin Spacey to be the villain, but that kind of turned out to be a dud. So this summer, prepare to see some actor you've never heard of, but at least they have a clean career in Transformer: Rise of the Cancelled. Tickets not refundable. Coming to you live from my apartment. This is the Short News with Alex Mador.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Alex Mador, the only person that this show ever usually has. Because I made this. And I'm alone. Anyways, welcome to the Short News Podcast. It is Thursday, I believe, July 9th. Damn, we're just chugging along through 2020, even with all the bullshit going on. I hope you guys are doing well. While the government tries to ignore the pandemic that is currently going on, I hope everybody is taking the proper precautions, wearing your masks, social distancing at 6 feet. I mean, 6 feet, I think, is too little distance. But, I'm not gonna argue with what they're telling us to do. 6 feet. All right. Anyways, what is going on in the world, right? So here, we've tried, I don't know why I say we. This is a one-man operation. I don't want to give off the idea that this is some liberal deep state think tank or something. No, it's literally one guy with his shirt off recording with the window open in his apartment. Listen. What is going on in the world right now? Well, there's mounting evidence suggesting that coronavirus is airborne. Health advice has not yet caught up. Let's see what this story is about from Scientific American. That's a trustworthy, non-fake news source right there. If you can't trust science, what can you trust? Okay, so let's see what's going on. This has to do with Australia, hand washing. Converging lines of evidence indicate that COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2 can pass from person to person in tiny droplets called aerosols that waft through the air and accumulate over time. After months of debate about whether people can transmit the virus through exhaled air, there's growing concern among scientists about this transmission route. So what they're saying is people might actually be able to transmit the virus to other people just through breathing out. Which, If that's the case, how can we open up the economy in the country again when cases are on the rise? Have you noticed the government has been trying to avoid the topic of coronavirus as much as they can? And Dr. Fauci, where has he been? He's the dude that we should all be listening to, but they don't bring him out anymore. I wonder why. Because he was telling the truth, and the truth doesn't look good for the economy, doesn't look good for Trump's reelection. But listen, the truth is what's going to keep us safe. And it seems like the dudes in charge, they don't care about keeping the people safe. If you ask me, that's a little bit fucked up. Maybe I'm the only one who believes in keeping the public safe over money. I don't know. This is ridiculous. But researchers are frustrated that key agencies such as the World Health Organization haven't been heeding their advice in their public messages. Okay, so and then the World Health Organization said that they will issue new guidelines about transmission in settings with close contact and poor ventilation. So, yeah, they're starting to accept that the coronavirus can be transmitted through the air as an aerosol, which I feel like we already knew, at least with through like coughing and talking because saliva, but breathing too, I guess. And that stays in the air and then somebody can breathe it in. So truly you do need an N95 respirator if you're going out. Not any old mask is going to help you. Like the CDC or World Health Organization will have you believe. No, it's only specific special masks that are designed to block out 95% of particles that will actually keep the virus from entering you. Just saying, just food for thought. Yeah, the mask helps. It definitely helps. Don't get me wrong. It helps protect other people from you. Kind of. But what would protect you and other people even more is an N95 mask. And they just need to make those more publicly available for the regular people like us. But no, we have to resort to importing them from China because, of course, China has them, but the US doesn't want us to have anything Chinese. See what they're doing with TikTok, which I agree with the ban on TikTok. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I agree with the Republicans on this. Why do you agree with the Republicans, Alex? Oh, okay, here's why. So, I've been an on and off TikTok user, as some people might know, and it was fun. It was really enjoyable. The technology in that is great. But when I started using it during the pandemic, during the beginning, I noticed my phone, which is I've only had since September, started acting up. The battery life was starting to be shit, but the battery capacity was still at 100%. Like its battery lifespan, it had not had any damage to it yet. So I was like, what's going on here? Why is it acting slow? This is really weird. And I just kind of went on with it, but my phone started turning on by itself. The screen would start doing shit on its own. It was being unresponsive. I would find that when I opened TikTok, it would be recording me and recording like recording my microphone because Apple's been good about they will tell you with your iOS or iPad OS device when an app is using your microphone or camera without you knowing and Apple will reveal that to you. So that's a cool feature to keep in mind. I know Instagram does that. It's weird. Like when you post a post a picture or a video, for some reason it starts capturing your audio when you post that picture. And I don't know what they're doing with that. Why are they recording us when we post? I don't see anything of value to that. But, they do, I guess. Anyways, one of the Reddit co-founders, I believe it was, said that TikTok is a spyware application disguised as a media platform. What I mean by that is the app itself is designed to collect data and send that data over to Chinese servers where Communist China has access to Americans' phone data. It collects so much data on you. It collects your keystrokes. Let me find the list of stuff TikTok allegedly collects. So list of data that TikTok collects. So IP address, geolocation, unique device identifiers, browsing, and search history. Let's see the national security risks. So yeah, the TSA and the US Army have banned the app on employee phones, which I understand. You don't want the Chinese government to have access to government employees' information because you're signing away the rights to your phone's data, essentially, when you sign up for this app. And it runs in the background without you knowing. It installs viruses without you knowing. Okay, let's see. Collecting data on US government employers. Okay. Sorry, I have my glasses off, so I can't really see that much. Disinformation on TikTok. I don't know, this seems kind of like, okay, secretly gathering user data and sending it overseas. I need to find the exact post where the dude talks about TikTok. One sec. Okay, here we go. I paused it for a second so I could look. TikTok. So, warning. Apple suddenly catches TikTok secretly spying on millions of iPhone users. There you go. So, Apple has fixed a serious problem in iOS 14 due in the fall where apps can secretly access the clipboard on a user's device. That was the thing I was looking for. TikTok is it takes what's copied on your clipboard and they collect that data. So don't be copying and pasting Pornhub.com or whatever you're into. That's not really that big of a deal, but they were caught snooping. There's a clipboard warning that is going to be implemented in iOS 14. So that's good. That's really good. And they just seem to have what? The alternative possibility is TikTok stealing what is on my clipboard every time I type a keystroke. I don't have a way to know for sure, though it's worth putting it out there. Okay, so TikTok is grabbing the contents of my clipboard every 1 to 3 keystrokes. iOS 14 is snitching on it with the new paste notification. Wait, let me see. TikTok pasted from Instagram. What? That's crazy. They're like pasting your clipboard info? According to TikTok, though, here's their defense, because you have to say that if you're a fair news source. The issue is triggered by a feature designed to identify repetitive spammy behavior, and they've already submitted an updated version of the app to the App Store, removing the anti-spam feature to eliminate any potential confusion. No, here's the bullshit. Let me find this TikTok is spyware Reddit. All right, ready? It's loading. TikTok secretly loaded with Chinese spyware lawsuit claims. Let's see what this is about. So yeah, they were banned in India. We can talk about that. And the US is thinking of doing a ban too, which is crazy. But it's a good idea because TikTok is secretly loaded with Chinese surveillance software, according to this lawsuit, gathering vast quantities of user data and sending it to servers in China. There's a class action lawsuit. Oh, fucking advertisement in the U.S. Claiming that the app comes with pre-installed Chinese surveillance software that violates privacy, data, and consumer protection laws. So those Chinese surveillance softwares that are being quietly installed onto your phone through TikTok, that would be why my device was not functioning properly after installing the app. And then when I uninstalled the app, started functioning flawlessly. That's something to think about. Food for thought. If you delete TikTok, your phone will act like 50% better. I promise you. I really promise you. They take your draft videos never intended for publication? What? Jesus. They take everything. Don't use this app. They collect all your data. Oh my god. Screw that. I'm never using that app again. I don't need to make lip syncs to fucking bubblegum pop. And you know what? I don't even want my music up there. My album is gonna be up on TikTok though. I'm just saying. Oh yeah. Yeah. So today's the 9th. In 2 days, my album finally comes out. This has been an on and off work in progress for maybe 5 or 6 years since I entered college. It was something I never thought I would finish, and here we are, done. Thanks to the pandemic, I had time to finish it up, and I just, I've had more energy since I've started this podcast. So that's definitely a good thing. Absolutely. So yeah, TikTok, that's the news there. Ow. Let's see what else is going on in the world today. So teachers might have to go back to school. Are probably gonna have to go back to school in the fall. At least for blended learning, DeVos and Trump are pressuring the public schools to open completely for the fall semesters. Pressuring and saying they're going to cut funding. That's not okay. And of course, they're going to twist it. So it's like we need our kids in school. The Democrats want to take school away from us. No, the Democrats want to keep everybody, including the kids, safe from getting this virus that has killed hundreds of thousands of people. Which you guys, Republicans, are trying to forget about or claim it's some hoax when your own people are coming down with and dying from this sickness. You're sitting inside the burning building and you're saying there's no fire. I don't get it. Anyways, fuck that. That's just ridiculous. So in light of everything going on in the world, I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something a little bit different today. A new segment we're gonna try. Um, called, I don't know, what should we call it? Who should be canceled? Or should it be who should we cancel? Who should be canceled? Or yeah, who should be canceled? I don't know. Anyways, let's find out this week who needs to be canceled. So, first on my list, just for fun, I had to say Bill de Blasio. Bill de Blasio, yeah. Let me find why. All right, you ready for this? Where is it?
Hillary Clinton is coming under fire for a racially tinged joke.
Sorry, Hillary. I was running on CP time.
That's not. I don't like jokes like that, Bill. That's not funny.
Cautious politician time.
That's Clinton taking part in a comedy routine at an annual media event in Manhattan with New York Mayor Bill de Blasio and a cast.
See, I just don't, even if that was a joke, I don't find that funny. Let's find de Blasio fuck ups. De Blasio messing up. Let's see. De Blasio gaffes. I can't. Oh, damn, I can't find him being an ass. Honestly, I really don't have much. It's just that one joke rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, dude, what? You're gonna perpetuate that shit, even jokingly, as a white dude, to a bunch of other rich white people in the crowd? I'm not a fan of that. I don't think that's cool. I think he tries to be funny and he just falls flat on his face. And he took too long. All of these politicians took too long to respond to the coronavirus. And when they finally did, it was too late. I'm glad de Blasio closed down the schools, but for the longest time, he was saying, oh, we're not going to close them down because we have parents that need their kids in school. Why is the economy so much more important than people's lives, which are at stake? And the way he's been during these protests, standing by the police. Yeah, sure, they cut the police funding by $1 billion, but that's not enough. That's just them doing something to make us feel like we've changed things and don't have to protest anymore. It's psychological manipulation. This isn't a victory. If we stop now, this is a concession. That's what I have to say about that. Anyways, that got kind of serious. So de Blasio, I don't know. Should we cancel him? No. Should we criticize him? Yeah. But the motherfucker that we do need to cancel, and we need to cancel him right now. Right now. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because, there's a lot of shit going down in the YouTube world. A lot of people in general just getting canceled during this quarantine time. And I was listening to Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast, and, to hear him get so mad at the idea of cancel culture and digging up people's pasts and calling them out for it. Like I love Bill Burr. I think he's great. I think he has awesome points and I agree with him on a lot of things. But this one thing in particular, I just think that cancel culture doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I think what's going on here, what we're seeing happening, is that a lot of people that are in the spotlight have done really shady shit in the past or are doing really shady shit. And yes, they're being canceled for it because those things are being revealed, brought to light. They're being brought to justice. We're just going to turn a blind eye and let bad people do bad things and let them still benefit and capitalize off of us? I don't think so. I think that's stupid. Like, people are mad that the truth is coming out about people. I don't get it. It seems like an old people thing that they don't understand how you just they keep finding people and ripping them apart for something they did 20 years ago. Yeah, if you raped somebody, yeah, no shit. People are gonna be mad about that. Rightfully so. Because that shows a side of you that is like just completely gone from the understandings of like what's socially acceptable and what's ethically responsible, morally responsible. I'm sorry. Um, I just don't even know. I guess for example, like I grew up with this friend for most of my public school life, close friend, and we went off to separate colleges, and he ended up sexually assaulting a girl and getting in legal trouble for it, having to wear an ankle bracelet and all that shit. And after that came out on the news, I was like, I can't be friends with this person anymore, knowing that they're capable of this. It goes same thing with celebrities. You can't be a fan of that person. You can't let that person get away with, you know, living this glorious life that's celebrated when what's really behind there is just horrible. Like, it would have been wrong for me to just turn a blind eye and be like, "Oh, well, that's my friend." So I don't know. I think people are just looking at it the wrong way. You can't just call him out for one mistake he made like a year ago. It's like, no, you can. You can. You definitely can. That is a big enough mistake, as you would call it. No, that's a decision that he made. And people like that deserve to be canceled. Do you see that happening to Danny Masterson too? He was charged twice with rape, right? I don't even like that word. I say sexual assault. Um, because the other word just like is harsh. It's the truth, but like it just hurts me to say it because then I think about it and I'm like, oh no. And yeah, so the cancel culture, my point, it's not a thing. You can call it, I guess, woke culture because people are waking up. They are. They're opening their minds to the ideas that there is more to the world than what is revealed to them on TV or what people put out in their public persona. And like there's a lot of fake shit going on. There's a lot of phonies. I don't mean to sound like Holden Caulfield out here, but there are a shit ton of phonies out in this world. And the prominent celebrity people, politicians, all that, they have a well-crafted persona. So when something comes out that contradicts that persona, it's like, oh shit, they're not real. They're really just a bad person. All right. Like, I shouldn't have supported this person. It's like, oh, everybody's getting canceled. It's like, no, there's just a lot of bad people in the world. And if you're not willing to accept that, then you're not on Earth. You're on fucking Pluto or something. Oh, my God. But, like, there are people that definitely do deserve to be canceled that I think aren't being talked about enough. For example, Mark Wahlberg. Sorry, acid reflux. Mark Wahlberg. That motherfucker beat up a Vietnamese man so bad that he's blind in one eye. And he harassed or beat up a couple black kids, was calling them the N-word over and over again. Yeah, not a good dude. Not a good dude. Yeah, sure, he's older now and he doesn't say those things anymore. But obviously he thinks them. He still did those things, and he has to live with that and should live with that. And people just try to sweep things under the rug, craft their fake ass persona. Like, I'm sure I have skeletons in my closet. I've opened up about most of them on this podcast. If there's anything I'm missing, let me know. But I think it's ridiculous that the older generations don't understand how the truth needs to be revealed about these people that are so worshipped, so that we understand that nobody should be worshipped. Nobody should be seen as infallible. Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's done bad shit. Yes. So once all the bad shit comes out about everyone, we can see who's done the least bad shit and be like, all right, we get it. You're human. We forgive you. Whatever. And I'm not saying people can't be forgiven. Because they can. People can be redeemed. But to be redeemed, the truth has to come out first. You can't be living a lie your whole life. People are going to try to be like you. If you really want to be a role model, you own up to your mistakes. That's why I really respect what Jenna Marbles did on YouTube. She like addressed all of her questionable, offensive jokes or bits that she's done throughout her career on YouTube, and talked about why each one was bad and why it offended people and how it makes her feel now looking back, and then came out to say just because of the people are more conscious of hurting people's feelings and more conscious that everyone's very different, so you can't mock them for that, their differences. She quit YouTube. She realized like what she was doing was hurtful, and she quit. Now, do I know if she's never gonna come back? I think she'll be back when she realizes, like, oh shit, I actually enjoy doing this. I miss this. And find, like, a different way to do it that doesn't have to be offensive. Like Shane Dawson, he went the longest time without being canceled. Like, he's been trending for a couple years now, and people forgot that 10 years ago he was making the most crass, racist, horrible jokes. That's just coming out, like, the last couple of weeks. And that's crazy. He didn't even get canceled the first time when they dug up him saying he came on his cat. Which, what the fuck, dude? Why? Why are you doing that? So that's, who else needs to be canceled? Anybody? No. But there are a lot of celebrities with dark pasts, and I wanted to go over some of them with you. First, let me turn on the fan and sit in it for a while because I'm dripping in sweat. It's so hot in here. Yes, so I found the subreddit or the Reddit thread that I saved. Alright, here we go. What celebrity did bad things but everyone forgot what they did because they're famous? We sort by top comments. George Wallace, the infamous pro-segregation governor of Alabama, did not inform his wife that her doctor diagnosed her with cancer. Doctors during that time often told patients' relatives of their cancer diagnosis instead of the patient, especially if the patient was female. The reason was that she was running for governor as a surrogate for him, since he had reached his term limits, and he thought that the diagnosis would negatively affect her chances of winning. She ended up finding out about it 4 years later during a visit to the gynecologist, but unfortunately the cancer had progressed to the point that she died from it 3 years after learning about that she had cancer and that her husband had known about it. And then Wallace ended up successfully getting the term limits repealed and went on to serve a few more terms as governor. So, yeah, that's fucking insane. That's like the worst of worst. Let's see what else we got. Steven Tyler from Aerosmith became the guardian for a 16-year-old he was dating when he was 25 so he could bring her on tour, and he got her pregnant. Ted Nugent did the same thing, but may not have gotten her pregnant. Let's see what else we got. Jimmy Page dated a 14-year-old when he was 28. Elvis Presley and Priscilla at age 14. Her parents even allowed it to happen. Oh my god. Okay. Elvis told her they were going to Las Vegas and to throw her parents off the scent. He had Priscilla pre-write a postcard for every day they'd be away to be mailed from Los Angeles by a member of his staff. That's so sketchy. I thought he also got her addicted to drugs and then dropped her off at home one day back to her parents and was just like, well, here's your daughter back. Oh no, that's terrible. Let's see what else we got. Tom Cruise with Scientology. Yeah, that's a massive fucked up cult that needs to be canceled. Caitlyn Jenner running over a woman in traffic. Alright, let's see. Piers Morgan for being a phony. Mark Wahlberg, we talked about that one. Emma Roberts beat the shit out of her boyfriend. Remember when she was on Unfabulous on Nickelodeon? That show sucked. Oh, I hated that show. Here's one. Ryan Reynolds did Green Lantern. Oh, fuck. That's true. That's a really bad one. That movie sucked. Like, what, when the first time he saves the day, he, like, magically makes a ramp, like a Hot Wheels ramp for the car or whatever it is to, like, successfully land safely. He, like, manifests the shit out of his ring, and he couldn't have just, like, grabbed it with like, a giant hand with the ring and, like, brought it down. No, he had to build this whole fucking green contraption Like, why did you make this so cartoony? Superhero movies are not supposed to be like this. Let's see. Chris Brown and R. Kelly. Chris should have lost his career for what he did. Right? I can't believe people still support him and other artists still want to work with him. Fuck Lil Dicky. I really liked him as an artist, then he basically made a song about how great Chris Brown is. Seriously? Well, Lil Dicky seems to have run out of his 15 minutes of fame. And then they go into Lil Dicky. Oh, God. Lil Dicky. Chris Brown and Rihanna. Yeah, that one's fucked. Andy Dick. We won't even go into that. Natalie Wood. For being possibly murdered by Robert Wagner and witnessed by Christopher Walken. No, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. You motherfuckers. You don't know, you'll never take me alive. There's like this static. I had to fix it. USB microphones, they're not great. John Lennon beat his wife. Yeah, he beat his kids too. He yelled in his son's ear so loudly that he's now deaf in it. Yep. Yeah, John Lennon was a terrible father. Oh yeah, Tim Allen, the Santa Claus, got caught in an airport with 1.5 pounds of snow and gave up his connections, so he only did 3 years instead of life. Home Improvement noise. Damn. And then Jerry Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old. Wait, how would I read this? So I met someone at the park. Do these glasses make my face look fat? You met someone at the park? You shouldn't go to the park. Too many panhandlers. She wasn't a panhandler, George. Oh, the girl at the park. I can't do it. No. But it's this whole thing. I wasn't listening. These glasses. So tell me about her. Her name is Claudia. She's, she might have been 17. Jerry. And then Kramer comes in. That's just great. I'm banned from the Apollo Theater. Dang, that's pretty old to be in high school. uh, oh my god. The Despacito guy fucks. I mean, not fucks, he sucks. Not fucks. Rick killed a guy with a trident. Oh, it is Anchorman. Nice. Gwyneth Paltrow for being a con artist. James Franco tried to fuck a teenager. Tila Tequila is a Nazi. What did Sylvester Stallone do? It just says this and it's a link. Drinkenstein? The fuck is that? Oh, it's like a song. He did a terrible movie. What is this? Oh my god. Yeah, that's bad. I don't want to see that. Soccer player in Brazil killed his wife and fed her to the dogs. What? Here's a list someone compiled. Mick Jagger had a few rounds with a 14-year-old Lori Maddox. Uh, Jerry Lee Lewis, of course, married his 13-year-old cousin. She still believed in Santa on their honeymoon. Fun fact. Oh, God. What do we do? Yeah, Elvis was a pedophile. Anthony Kiedis wrote songs about Catholic schoolgirls rule, and it's about hooking up with a 14-year-old at 23. Jesus. That is crazy. Let me see. Yeah, is everyone like a pedophile? The Someone comments, edit. The answer is apparently yes. Oh God. Mr. Mosby from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody killed someone in a drunk driving accident, and someone commented, Jesus, take the Prindle. Would you like it an am or thumb? That's a great show. Sweet Life. Paul Walker was having sex with underage girls that were half his age. Okay. 16. Why is he dating all these 16-year-olds? And since there's so many statutory rape apologists in the comments, yeah, wait, are there people actually defending? What the fuck? Actually defending statutory rape? Oh, that's so... Roman Polanski did some fucked up shit. Cardi B bragged about drugging people. Ariana Grande went to a donut shop in the middle of the night, licked the donuts when the worker was busy doing something and was distracted, and got the person fired. I'm still salty because I used to get donuts there all the time in high school. Not to mention, who the fuck does that? We forgot how shitty it was, but think about the sort of person who would do that. Wait, what? Ariana Grande? So that's true what the blind items say when they call her a donut licker? Ariana Grande donut. Okay, let's see. Ariana apologizes for donut lick. I hate America. What? Video surface of Ariana Grande showing her visiting Wolfie Donuts in California, licking a donut on a counter and declaring, I hate America. What? She was licking donuts? I'm so confused. Okay, well, I don't think... I don't know. She's weird. She's definitely weird. And then there's Jimmy Savile. Yeah, that dude was fucked. Oh my god. So everyone's celebrity hero Bill Murray allegedly beat his wife repeatedly. Unsubstantiated legally, ex-wife claimed. Drake seems to be ignored for grooming a young underage fan at age 14 into being his girlfriend until she recently turned 18 this year. Now he's even supposedly doing it to a young actress, who, Millie Bobby Brown. Roethlisberger raped 2 people. Logan Paul, suicide forest. We didn't forget. Nobody forgot about that. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg, hate crimes. But then someone brings up a point, but he did serve his sentence. As a society, we supposedly want rehabilitation, yet comments like this show why it doesn't happen. He didn't get any special treatment because of his celebrity at the time. I don't know why he's always the go-to in questions like this. There's plenty of others who did horrible things and got special treatment because of their celebrity status. I'm not trying to apologize for Marky Mark, just pointing out that he did what we as a society deems sufficient punishment for his crimes, and he has since moved on and bettered himself while not committing the same crime again. Yeah, but as an Asian person, I can't like him. I'm sorry. I Drake, nobody cares. He's a child fiddler. And Rihanna basically ran for the hills because he makes good music. Matthew Broderick killed 2 people. Katy Perry and sexual misconduct, I guess it'd be called. Let's see. Riley Reid literally said she raped her first boyfriend in a movie theater, yet somehow she's still a massive porn star. But I suppose big porn watchers really don't care about that shit. What? Peter Townsend of The Who in child porn. Is everyone just a bad person? Cardi B, selling drugs, robbing, gang activity, etc. Eminem, 50 Cent. Okay, just all rappers. Lena Dunham molested her sister, and she like pretty much admitted. No, she did. She openly talks about it. She wrote about it in her book, I'm pretty sure. I was like, you can't say that. You can't say that. Gordon Ramsay slapped on 2 pieces of bread and made the poor girl call herself an idiot sandwich. Did he really? Ozzy Osbourne once tried to kill Sharon. What? Mike Tyson, convicted rapist. Floyd Mayweather beats his wife with hands that are registered as lethal weapons in front of his children. Jeez, Peter Townsend again, Elvis again. Johnny Cash walked out on his wife and kids and started another family. Amy Schumer admitted to sexually assaulting a guy and people laughed. And then someone goes, Amy Schumer, people laughed. I don't believe you. She's not funny, you're right. Riley Reid raped a man. What does that mean though? Like, did she really? In a movie theater? How? Like, I just want to know. Like, what happened? Yeah, and then there's Justin Bieber saying Anne Frank would have been a believer. But people kind of took that out of context, but it was still kind of insensitive. But he was a kid. He was a kid. Not only that, but he wrote it in a guest book at the Anne Frank Museum. Oh my God. Beyonce preaches empowerment and is lauded for it, but behind the scenes utilizes sweatshop labor that pays 54 cents an hour. Damn. Gary Glitter. He got caught practicing pedophilia. Oh, is that the na 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 hey na 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 in the Joker movie? Ariana Grande. What is? Wait, I gotta look up this word. Blackfishing? What does that mean? Used to describe someone accused of pretending to be black on social media by using makeup, hair products, and in some cases surgery to drastically change their appearance. They're saying that Ariana Grande does that, and that also she licks donuts. So she blackfishes, licked some donuts in a store that she never intended to buy, has alluded to her quinceañera, and implies she is Latina when she's actually white. I did not know that. I thought she was Latina. Grande. But apparently not. Is it Italian? That makes sense too, but okay. Nicki Minaj is currently dating a registered sex offender. I'm pretty sure she married him. Cardi B has a huge list of problematic shit. Edit. Being Italian does not make you a person of color. Fuck. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Edgar Allan Poe and Charlie Chaplin, with their pedophilia or whatever. Walt Disney was an open anti-Semite. He didn't even try to hide it. So was Henry Ford. Edit. It appears my accusation towards Walt Disney is questionable at best. And then Snoop Dogg was up for attempted murder before he got famous, but he was acquitted. People forgot because the law said he wasn't guilty. That's a bit different. Well, I heard he was just defending himself in that, he was just caught up in some tough shit. Mel Gibson, Watergate, Matthew Broderick again, Bill Murray. Morgan Freeman allegedly started sleeping with his legal adopted granddaughter, who was stabbed to death by her boyfriend when he found out. Okay, what? Tarantino spit in Uma Thurman's face. Donald Trump, how am I the first to post this? Oh my god. Are there any other ones? Amber Heard abused Johnny Depp so much that he lost part of one of his fingers. Yep. Marky Mark, Steve Carell promised college tuitions to third graders but didn't follow through with it. Scott's Tots. That's a great episode of The Office. He promised all those kids tuitions. He's like, I can get your textbooks. He's like, how much are those? And they're like, $1,000. Oh, I can't do that. Drake making out with and groping a 17-year-old girl, and then continuing even after learning she was 17 and Drake was 23. Oh, I saw that video, yeah. I am looking for some more Kobe. Yeah, Kobe destroyed somebody's life after sexually assaulting her. That's why when Kobe died, I didn't feel anything other than like, all right, one less rapist out in the world. That's good. I don't care how many rings. You're gonna celebrate somebody for their fucking athletic accomplishments, but not call them out for the sexual assault that they committed? Dude, that's fucked. That is so stupid to me. And if anyone even tries to bring up, oh yeah, Kobe raped somebody, you remember that? Then like, how dare you? He's dead. You have to honor him. No, I don't. No, I don't. I've read the police report. That shit's fucked. Fuck that guy. Honestly. Okay, anyways, I just want to talk to you guys a quick second about Instacart. Instacart is an application for iPhone and Android that allows you to order from your favorite stores, such as CVS, BJ's, Costco, Key Foods, and PetSmart, and even more than that. I use Instacart. I use it all the time. During this pandemic, let me tell you, it has been a lifesaver. When this all started up, I was going to get a haircut, but then I found out, oh, barbers are closed. Shit, what do I do? Oh my God. I went on Instacart out of desperation. I was like, maybe somebody has buzzers that I can buy. Lo and behold, Instacart had exactly what I was looking for, the right buzzers. They were delivered to my door within I'm not they want me to say within an hour just to be safe. But let me tell you, this stuff was here in like 35 minutes. It was insane. And that's during a pandemic. So if you follow the affiliate link in the description of this podcast, that'll be there if I remember to put it. Look out for that. Click that. Instacart will know that we sent you, so they'll help support the show, and you help support the show, and you get goods delivered straight to your door. So check out Instacart. I highly suggest it. Oh, I was muted there. Taking off the headphones for now. Let me make sure everything sounds good. Cool. Okay. So sorry for the ad read there. I had to take care of that, pay the bills around here a little bit. We're gonna be doing Instacart a little more. They're the only ones on board right now, so I'd like to thank them. Um what do we do now? We've pretty much done a lot of celebrity stuff today, so we don't have to do any more. This show is essentially becoming who is canceled. The canceled podcast. So I think we should at least do one relationship advice to top it off, to finish off the day here. Maybe oh, sorry, acid reflux burp. Maybe two. Ready for this? Relationship advice. Wait, what? My little sister just told me her parents said that they regret having her. That's horrible. My fiance, 25 male, spent our entire savings, which we were both saving for our wedding and honeymoon, to buy a gaming PC. What's worse is that ever since he got the PC, he has totally ignored me, 27 female. He has absolutely forgotten that I even exist in his life. My fiance and I got engaged in December last year. In January this year, we both together decided to save money every month for our wedding and honeymoon. In 6 months, we saved around $8,000. Nice. Last month, my fiance's best friend bought a new gaming PC, so even my fiance wanted to buy one, so he asked me, but I denied it because we both already had laptops. I told him that he can play games in the laptop that he already has. He repeatedly kept asking me if he could buy a PC, and I finally agreed to it. Now I regret it so badly. After a week, the PC finally came, and with the PC, a new table and chair was also delivered. Apparently, he had ordered a gaming chair and table as well. That night, I asked him how much it all cost, and he was a little hesitant to tell me. After a while, he told me, and I was distraught when I heard that he had spent our entire savings of $8,000 to buy the PC. We had a very big argument that night, and I scolded him for spending all our savings, because that savings contained not only his money but my money as well, and we were saving it for our wedding. After everything I told him, his final reply was, "I will earn it all back soon." I don't trust those words at all. I thought anything worse than this couldn't happen at this moment, but it has. It has been about 2 weeks since he got the PC, and since then my fiance hasn't gotten up from his new chair. Ever since he got the PC, he hasn't even seen my face. The only time he talks to me is when he's hungry. He calls to me and tells me to get him something to eat or drink. I call him to watch TV and he denies it, saying he's busy. I call him to sleep together and he denies it and says he'll sleep later. His sleep schedule has been fucked. He plays games the whole night and sleeps at 5 a.m. and wakes up at 2 p.m. He's asleep when I'm awake and he's awake when I'm asleep. From the past 2 weeks, I've been so lonely that it feels like I'm alone at home and nobody to even talk to. He's ignoring me so much that I think he has absolutely forgotten that I even exist in his life. I honestly feel like his waitress now. A day is because from the last 2 weeks, The only interaction that doesn't make sense. The only interaction we both have is him asking for food and water and me giving it to him. He has also 100% stopped doing all the house chores. For the past 2 weeks, I have been the one doing all the house chores, and it's getting very hard for me to do it all alone. We used to share our responsibilities and do all the house chores together, but for the past 2 weeks, you mean, he isn't even taking care of himself. He is barely even brushing his teeth and taking a bath, let alone doing house chores. Also, he is actually supposed to be working from home, but ever since the PC arrived, he hasn't even touched his laptop to work, and he isn't even seeing his phone to check if someone has called to text him about anything regarding work. I'm now genuinely afraid he might lose his job. Everything that is happening right now is so bad. I called my parents and told them about it last night, and they almost had nothing to say. I'm thinking of calling his parents tonight and telling it to them, and maybe they can knock some sense into him. I honestly don't know what else to do now. I want to burn that PC. It would be very nice if someone suggested me something about this. Thank you very much for reading this, and thank you very much in advance for your comments and suggestions. Too long didn't read. My fiance spent all the money that we were saving for our wedding to buy a gaming PC, and now all he does the whole day is play video games. He has totally ignored me, and he has forgotten that I even exist in the house. He has also stopped doing all the work and chores, ignored his work that he was supposed to be doing from home. I mean, I think the spending your savings on his own gaming PC and then ignoring you while using it, just the spending your 4K, or your, like, what is half yours and was supposed to be set for a wedding on something for pleasure for him, shows where his priorities are, shows he doesn't care that you worked hard to save up on that money for that money too, has no respect for the relationship. These are grounds to terminate the relationship. They are. Because that shows character right there. Lack of character. Lack of good character. Like someone says in the comments, it looks like that PC is half yours. I would say, if you don't want to leave him, say, all right, you either sell this fucking shit PC, you sell it, and we get our money back, or I fucking leave your ass, kick you to the curb. That's what you should do, if you want my honest opinion, because that's ridiculous. I spent $2,000 total on my computer and accessories. 8K? You don't need to drop 8K on gaming shit. You don't. That's so stupid. And that just shows he has no real life skills and doesn't understand money and how spending shit works. You can't just earn back $8,000 unless you're a fucking millionaire. Oh my god. Yeah, that I would, if I were you, I would leave him. That's so irresponsible and just uncaring and offensive for him to have done to you. Disrespectful. So, yeah, wow. So you gotta either tell him to sell it or you leave or just leave. Those are the two things I think you should do. Anyways, I'm dying in here. It's like 90 degrees, it feels like. I'm sweating. Susie's passing out. I gotta turn on this fan. This has been the short news for Thursday, July 9th, 2020. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace. we would like to thank Instacart for supporting the show. Instacart is an app where you can, it's free, by the way. You can create an account and shop from all of your favorite grocery stores, department stores. You got Costco, PetSmart. You got you got all of your supermarkets. So Key Foods up where I am. Whole Foods, I think they used to do. If not, they've got Costco, BJ's, all kinds of shit. Check out Instacart. Follow the affiliate link in the description of the show. And yeah, oh my god, my voice. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pregame parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SB56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.